Hi, and welcome to the next Activision project. Make sure to check your work orders. If you're visiting both Best Buy and Target stores, make sure to watch 2 training videos, one specifically for scope of work at Target and the other specifically for the scope of work at Best Buy. We are visiting stores because the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game will be available on October 25th. Make sure to start your work orders on Friday, October 25th, and try and visit all of your stores as soon as possible. At Target stores, there is scope of work that involves a PDQ tray, and if you have work orders like that, you will receive this bigger brown box. There's going to be 1 PDQ tray per store. We're going to be shipping either 2 per box or 1 per box kits to your house. If you're doing work orders at Target and they do not have a PDQ tray, you will receive a smaller box like this. Before starting any of your visits, make sure to watch this video from start to finish. Make sure you have your vendor badge and make sure you have your ISF polo. Make sure you received all of your materials. Check your work order. We do provide tracking number for your work orders, and double check all of your materials. Instruction sheets and approval pages will be inside the box. So we will label this box that has the documentation as master box. So open that first. For documentation, we are providing you 1 copy of the instruction manual, and then you're going to receive 1 approval page per store. This approval page is designed to work with the instruction sheet, so make sure you have both when you're going into the store. Now let's take a look at the instructions for the Target visits. When you arrive to the Target store, make sure to locate guest services, ask for the vendor book, and sign into the book. If the store doesn't have a book or they have pages missing, just basically tell them you're there for Activision service because the new Call of Duty video games are now available at the store, and walk straight to the electronics department. When you're at the electronics department, again, introduce yourself, tell them that you're there to audit Call of Duty Modern Warfare materials, and you're there to set this PDQ tray. Again, make sure that you check your work order because you're only going to set this tray at project numbers 2126 and 2127. So if you have a Target store that has project number 2128, you are not placing this PDQ tray. So be careful. In the electronics department, show them that you have this PDQ tray. This is for step 2, and tell them that you need to fill it with games. So ask for the new video game copies and make sure they are in a secured case. The secured case can only be handled by the team member in electronics because they have a special key to lock them in those keepers. So ask them to put a bunch of these PS4 and Xbox One games, enough to fill in this PDQ tray. Activision would like to see you merchandise Sony PlayStations on this side and Xbox Ones on this side, and they want to see at least 3 deep. But all stores have different inventory levels, so try and put as many into this PDQ tray as you can. Once you have the tray filled with games, walk over to the grocery department at the Target store and look for the Pepsi end cap. This Pepsi end cap will have Pepsi products, and it's going to be facing the main aisle or the main track that goes around the store. So it's an end cap, not an inline section. If you have any challenges locating this Pepsi end cap in the grocery department, make sure to ask a team member in the grocery department, show them this picture, tell them what you're doing, and ask for their help to locate the Pepsi end cap in the grocery department. If the Pepsi end cap is not merchandised when you're there with Pepsi products, it is the team member's responsibility to set it. So work with that team member. If possible, leave the PDQ tray on a shelf. As you can see, we tell you exactly what shelf and what height it should be set to, while the team member is going to set the Pepsi end cap with Pepsi only product. If the team member tells you that they will do it another day or they're too busy, you can always ask for the lead on duty, LOD, because by the time you arrive to the store, they should have already set the section. As part of your photo requirements for step number 2, we need you to take a picture of the Pepsi end cap with the PDQ tray with games set from floor to the ceiling of the end cap. If for some reason you were not able to set this PDQ tray with games in the grocery department, you can bring it back to the electronics department and tell them that the grocery end cap is not ready and you would like to temporarily set it on the electronics boat where they check out customers. And then maybe that team member from electronics can later bring it to the grocery department. If for some reason the store does not have enough games for this PDQ tray, leave this PDQ tray either with the team member in the grocery department and tell them to work with the electronics team member. So then you'll be taking a picture of an empty PDQ tray, or leave this PDQ tray empty with the electronics team member and tell them to fill it once they get more games. For step number 2, once you complete it, make sure to fill out your answers on the approval page. All right, moving on to step number 3. For step number 3, you're locating a new marketing material. It's called the Enterprise Tower. This Enterprise Tower is owned by Target, and it's a metal fixture. And what Activision did is they sent a dress-up kit, basically a bunch of cardboard materials like PDQ trays and other graphics, to the store for the team member to dress this metal structure that we're giving you images of what it looks like. So for this step number 3, hopefully when you arrive to the store, you will right away see it at front of store, or it could be located in electronics. If you do not find this Enterprise Tower, you can ask the lead on duty where it is, or you can ask the team member in electronics if they know where it is. We're going to provide to you DPCI numbers so you can help the team member locate that dress-up kit at the store. We're also giving you the DPCI number of the games, of these games. If team member struggles to find them, ask them to enter the DPCI number in their mic device or their POS system, the register system, and they can look the DPCI number up, which tells them where these items are located within the store and what their stock on hand is. For the Enterprise Tower, your job is to make sure that it has video games stocked. So if you arrive and the Enterprise Tower barely has any games or none, make sure to work with the electronics department and stock more games in their security cases, which are, again, gamekeepers. Again, you're not allowed to touch store keys or the keepers, so make sure the team member puts these games inside of those keepers before you can move them into the Enterprise Tower. Step number 3, make sure to take a couple of photos showing us different sides of the Enterprise Tower, showing that you've stocked the games. And then make sure on the approval page you tell us where you've located the Enterprise Tower and if you help with merchandising the video games. For step number 4, you're going to audit the Launchpad in the gaming department. This is an end cap that's facing the main track. We're showing you a picture of what it looks like. The header graphics should be promoting Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're giving you an example and the DPCI number for that graphic, along with the Xbox and PS4 games. If it's missing the header graphic, we're giving you the number. You can work with a team member to try and locate this graphic at the store or in the back room. If you're going to help them, try and take a before and after picture showing that you actually helped the store with locating of that header graphic. Make sure to take good pictures showing us the floor and above the header graphic. And then on the approval page, please tell us if you help them locate the graphic and if you help them merchandise the games. And for your final step, for step number 5, we need you to locate the TCL soundbar display. This is going to be in the electronics department. If you have any challenges locating it, check with the team member in electronics. We're also giving you the DPCI number for the whole display. Locate it, press the play button on the front of it, and it should automatically start playing audio. There's volume down, volume up. You can press those buttons too to check the functionality, and then take a couple steps back and take a picture of this display. And on the approval page for step 5, basically document the functionality status when you were there at the store. If you have any questions after watching this video, please send us an email to projects@instorefocus.com. This email is available on our documentation and on your work order. We have an exciting announcement. Earlier this year in August, In-Store Focus joined forces with LG&P Design Agency. LG&P is an industry leader in manufacturing and producing interactive displays at retail. They have hundreds of different displays throughout the country, throughout leading retailers in the US and Canada. So what this means for us is we're going to be servicing a lot more displays in different retailers, in different storefronts, and even airports. Now all this work is coming together right now, and we're starting to launch these services in Q1 2020. So look out for this transition. We're no longer going to be operating under In-Store Focus. We're going to switch everything to LG&P. So that means next year we're going to be sending out new shirts, new badges, and the process for the most part will be very much the same as it is now. It's just going to be, there's going to be a lot more work, and we're excited to partner with each and every one of you with our exciting 2020 year forecast. If you have any questions about this news, feel free to email us at projects@instorefocus.com. Thank you for watching.